didn't realize that my gate had changed since I checked my boarding pass last. So now we have to walk far to get to my gate. We've landed in Dallas. Yay. It's cold out here. Well, this is becoming a lot more of an adventure than I had originally anticipated. I'm in Dallas for a wedding. I booked a rental car for the first time through Hertz, and I was trying to pay with a debit card. And apparently there, if you pay with a debit card, they have to do a credit check, which don't even ask me how that makes sense. I don't really understand. And apparently I was not showing up like with any credit, like through their credit check. So I couldn't rent the car, which is awesome. I'm back at the airport. I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do because the Uber from the airport to my hotel was gonna be like $100 because it's like 40 miles away. So yeah, I don't know. Okay, so that was an adventure for sure. Yeah, my original rental car reservation fell through. I couldn't rent the car. So I take the rental car shuttle back to the airport because I'm like, I'm at least gonna wait until like rush hour's over before I get an Uber. And so I'm like calling my parents like, well, I guess I'm gonna be Ubering everywhere. And my dad's like, hold on, let me call somebody and see it. My dad's like, let me make a couple calls and see like what I can figure out. Anyways, he got me a reservation with National because they only required your return flight information in order to use a debit card. So I have a car now. Oh my gosh, but I do not do well with like emergency situations like that. Emergency, but like things falling through and like having to make plans on the spot. I am such a planner. Like I have a plan in place. Like I have looked up everything, which is why I was like gonna do a rental car because I'd already checked the Ubers. And so I was like literally like in tears, like in the airport, because it was just gonna throw a huge wrench in my plans to have to Uber everywhere. Anyways, I have a car now. And I'm so happy about it. Especially it didn't help that was my first time ever trying to rent a car. Anyways, it's a good thing all I was planning to do tonight was get some Mexican food. So now we're at Papacitos and we're gonna get some cheese enchiladas because nothing compares to Papacitos enchiladas. At least nothing I can get in Arizona. Oh yeah. This is my kind of night. I have died and gone to heaven. Yum. Now, one thing I always am nervous about when traveling is I'm always worried I'm gonna forget something. Like so much to the point that I have to tell myself every time, like all you need is your license and your debit card. Where did I park? You are not going to the wilderness. You are not going to the middle of nowhere. If you need something, you can go buy it. I just always have to tell myself that like worst case scenario, I have to go buy something. But I just had to go to Target, not because I forgot something, but because when I was packing, I didn't pack until this morning. And when I was packing, realized I didn't have any toothpaste to bring here. So I didn't have to buy something I forgot, but I had to buy something because I didn't have any toothpaste. I finally made it to my room. It has been a long day. I got up this morning, had a job interview, then had to scramble to pack, left for the airport. My flight was delayed, then had the whole fiasco with my rental car. And now it's 9:50. I definitely thought I was gonna be here earlier, but that's okay. We made it. We made it finally. I am staying at a Home 2 Suites, so I have a little bit of extra room. I think before I start getting like cozy and everything, I think I'm gonna head down and try and find a water fountain to fill up my water bottle because I don't want to pay for water. These hallways are so cold though. It's like there's no heater in the hallways, just in the rooms. I'm so cold. Although last time I was staying in a Home 2 Suites was when the fire alarm started going off at 3 o'clock in the morning. So that's really awesome. Getting flashbacks. There was no water fountain, but the nice girl at the desk gave me some water bottles. So I think now I'm gonna take a shower and get in my pajamas. I might have to sleep in my sweatshirt. I'm so cold. I'm in my pajamas. I'm all showered. I am about to get in bed and work on my video that's gonna go up tomorrow, and then I'll go to bed. So this is me saying goodnight for tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. It's like 9:30. I did not sleep that great last night, to be honest. I went to bed pretty late at like 12:15, and then I woke up at like 2:30 in the morning because I was boiling alive because it was hot in here. The difference in this hotel room between a cool 65 degrees and a hot 65 degrees is large. It's hot. And then I was woken up by something at like 6:45, and I could not go back to sleep. And then there was a lady vacuuming outside the door at 9:15 this morning. It's a Saturday, by the way. But I'm gonna put on some clothes really quick and go downstairs and grab some breakfast. First, I have to go to the rental car and make sure I left my Kindle in there last night because it's not in here. I just checked the weather. It says it's 21 degrees outside. I'm gonna freeze. You know, I have a funny feeling I'm gonna still be cold going outside in this jacket. So, Kindle's not in the car. I might have left it at the restaurant last night. I hope it's in my room. I ended up not eating anything at breakfast. I went down there and I was like, I'm actually not hungry. It's all those enchiladas I had last night. I swear, if I put it back here and... Nope. It's not there. Okay, are you serious? Did I really leave my Kindle at the restaurant? Am I gonna have to go back to Papacitas today to get my Kindle? Because I just left it on the table after I paid. I just called Papacitas and they have my Kindle. So we're gonna head over there and get my Kindle and then figure out something to do today. I don't know what we're gonna do because I had originally wanted to go to the Fort Worth Science and History Museum, except the Fort Worth Stock Show and Rodeo is going on right now, and the museum is on the stockyards grounds. So in order to go to the museum, you have to pay the $20 to park at the stock show and then also pay to get into the stock show in order to go to the museum. So we're not doing that, but it's also freezing outside. It's 21 degrees, so I can't go to the zoo, which was another thing I was thinking about doing, but it's literally freezing and I am not equipped to do that, okay? I have one singular pair of jeans and those are all the pants that I have. First things first, let's go pick up my Kindle that I left at the restaurant last night, and then we'll figure out something to do. The Kindle has returned, yay. And now I think my mom sent me something about a car and toy museum out kind of by my hotel. And I looked it up and it's free. So we're gonna go there, I'm in the parking lot, and see what it's about. Because free is always great. Looks like a spaceship. This one only has 3 wheels. It's just me in the cars right now. Somehow everybody else has moved on. And it's just me in here. I feel awkward. Alright then. Is it Beetlejuice? Because this is a bunch of Volkswagen Beetles. This is a tiny Vespa. Is terrifying. Apparently it's supposed to be cats. I like this one because it's pink. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters. Whoa. I'm leaving the car museum. That was cool. I'm glad I went there. That was a good, there was so much stuff in there. So many cars. Although it was funny, the lady at the desk felt bad for me because I was in there by myself. And this group of like 4 guys was walking out right as I was walking in. She was like, there was somebody we could have gotten you somebody there. I was like, uh-huh. But it was very cool. And she said it was gonna take like an hour and a half to 2 hours. And I was like, no way, I'm not gonna stand there and read every single sign talking about the transmission of each individual car. It's only a little less than an hour and a half later. So I wasn't there for a while. Now I am a little hungry. I haven't eaten anything today. And I probably won't be having dinner until like 7-ish. So I should probably eat some food. I kind of want to see if maybe there's a La Madeleine around here. Then maybe go sit at a coffee shop for a little bit and read a little bit. And then I'll have to head back to the hotel to start getting ready for the wedding. The ceremony's at 5. The venue's about 15 minutes away from my hotel, so I'll probably leave around 4:30, just to give me time to inevitably take wrong turns. A couple hours later, I didn't end up going to a coffee shop because I kind of just wanted to like have some chill time at the hotel because I didn't sleep all that well last night. Now we're ready for the wedding. I'm just putting my jewelry in and then we're gonna dash out the door. Maps can't decide whether it's gonna take me like 15 minutes or closer to like 25 minutes to get to the church for the ceremony. So we're just gonna, and I have really bad luck with like how long it takes me to get places, like using maps, because I always like map it and then it takes me like 10 minutes longer than it says it's supposed to. So I don't even know what time it is. I took off my Apple Watch because we ain't wearing that to the wedding. But we're about to head out. And we're not gonna talk about the fact that I forgot to bring a purse, so I'm gonna have to take my Lulu bag in with my keys and my wallet in. Don't look at that, we're not talking about that. I'm here and I'm parked. I've got 14 minutes to spare, so we're doing good. Let's go have fun. I'm back from the wedding. It's 11:15. Oh, it was a beautiful wedding. It was beautiful. I got a couple of clips. Wasn't vlogging at the wedding. I just usually don't take any photos at weddings. And I'm like, I left and I don't have any evidence I was ever actually there. I'm back. I'm cold. It's so cold. So I'm going to take a shower, get in bed, and stop freezing. Time to check out of the hotel. Good morning. It's just before 11. I didn't get up until like 10:15 this morning. Checkout is at 11. But last night again, I didn't sleep well. I don't know what was going on in the room next door to me. They were making a ton of racket at 4 o'clock in the morning. And then the same thing that woke me up at 6:45 woke me up again this morning. I don't know. So I just was like, I can't be bothered to get out of bed. Like, I'm so tired because I've been sleeping like garbage. But I'm not really feeling up to like going and doing anything like super activity heavy. So I think I'm gonna go. I kind of want to get to the airport around 2 o'clock just because I've never returned a rental car before. My flight is at 4:50. So I figure that gives me about 50 minutes to like figure out how to return the car and then like take the shuttle to the airport to like get through security and everything and have like an adequate amount of time before my flight, like just in case, because I am one of those people who like gets to the airport like 2 hours early. So I think I would just want to go to a coffee shop. I still have some work I need to do on a video, but then there's also a bookstore that I want to go to on the way to the airport. So I went to a Black Rifle coffee shop, which I'd never been to before. I know it's a chain, but I had never been there. The coffee that I got wasn't that great. It's fine. But I finished my video and it's published and everything. So you should go check that out. I'll link it on a card somewhere. But I'm here. I am parked by the bookstore. I had to drive around for like 10 minutes trying to find a parking spot because it's kind of like closer into downtown. So it's all street parking, which I knew it was going to be that. Except I cannot parallel park, like, at all. The only time I've ever really been able to successfully parallel park was in my driving test. So I had to drive around trying to find a spot that I didn't have to parallel park into. But we're here. I'm like one street over from the shop. We're gonna go. There's still quite a bit of ice on the ground over here, so we're gonna hope I don't fall and eat it. Cute. Yay. I am heading out of there. I wasn't in there too long just because it's not a very big store, but it was so super cute. I went in there wearing my House of Jupiter sweatshirt, which I did that on purpose. I purposely brought this sweatshirt so I could wear it. I don't know if I said this, but that was the Blush bookstore. Hold on, let me make sure I can cross the road without getting turned into roadkill. That was the Blush bookstore, which is owned and operated by the same girl who owns House of Jupiter, which is a very popular bookish merch small business who made the merchandise for the Bookmarked podcast by Sarah and Destiny, which I am wearing right now. So I walked into the bookstore wearing something designed by the girl who owns it. But now, alas, we have to head back to the airport to return the rental car and get on the plane. I kind of have to pee. So this is an adventure. It's only 1:34 right now, but I have to fill up the tank. I have to go get gas before I can drop off the car. So we're gonna go do that now. Rental car's all returned. Everything went smoothly with that. Literally just like drove the car up, left the keys in the car, and that was it. It was less complicated than I thought it was gonna be. And now I'm in the airport waiting at my gate. I've got quite a bit of time before my flight boards though, because the flight that's currently at the gate has not started boarding yet. So, and we are back in Arizona. Oh, sad times to be home, but it's okay. We'll get to see my puppy tonight, so that'll make it a little better.